Hello, my name is Quentin Butler, and I'm on the second portion of the PowerPoint slide for mandated reporting training for child abuse and prevention in Mississippi. I'll be starting off with the current issues, recognizing and resolving underlying factors such as economic hardship, substance abuse, and mental health issues is an enormous challenge on a quest to eliminating child abuse. The COVID-19 epidemic has introduced additional challenges for child welfare agencies, including greater isolation and reduced access to help. As a result of these fears, the state of Mississippi has implemented a number of programs and initiatives to prevent the abuse or neglect of children. The government has established a child abuse prevention program to aid families with abused children. To make sure organization is adhering to the most up-to-date policies and procedures to safeguard individuals, it is crucial to keep up with these actions and campaigns. The resource for reporters. You can always call the Mississippi Abuse, Neglect, and Exploitation Reporting Hotline System. Their number is 1-800-222-8000. You will call this number in the event of an emergency or any other questions you may have. The local child welfare and adult protective services offices is another place you can call. You can call them and they can be reached through the Mississippi Department of Health Services. Their number is 1-800-222-8000. If you or someone you know has been a victim of child abuse or neglect, you can call the Child Help National Abuse Hotline anytime, day or night, any day of the year. The hotline can be reached at 1-800-4-A-CHILD. It is important to have these options available and to seek help when you need it. Community engagement. For the purpose of detecting and stopping child abuse, community involvement is crucial. Communities can collaborate to design programming to prevent child abuse and educate members on how to be aware of their bodies, recognize the indicators of child abuse, and take action to stop it. The prevention of child abuse must include both education and awareness. We can stop abuse and the fear by educating people about its signs and reporting procedures for it. It is crucial to engage children in conversation through listening to them, engaging them in conversations, and building a strong relationship with them to stop child abuse. You never know when you could be the only adult a young person can confide in. It is possible that you're the only one that the child can trust with their secrets. It is also possible that you're the only one to notice any warning signs or unusual activity. It is possible you're the only one who can offer them the support that they need. Again, community engagement is very important. Things to prevent child abuse. Preventive measures is very important. Children should always be monitored. Houses should be safe for them. Children should be educated on their bodies and warning signs of abuse. Adults should encourage children to talk openly about their feelings and suspect incidents of abuse or neglect should be reported to the authorities. Together with local agencies that aid and support families who have been impacted by child abuse, we can host community activities to raise awareness about the prevention of child abuse. I'm going to go over two case studies. The first case study, a female student, age 10, is observed by her teacher to have bruises on her arms and legs. She seems afraid of going home and she's often quiet and reserved in her class. The teacher has a hunch that the pupil is a victim of child abuse at home. The second case, the mother of a 6-year-old boy has been discovered to regularly leave home alone while she's at work by a social worker. Because she is a single parent, the woman cannot afford child care. The social worker claims that the child is being neglected. How should a reporter handle these two different cases? In both cases, the reporter should be compelled by the state of law to notify the appropriate authorities of any suspected act of abuse or neglect. In the first case, the teacher should keep a record of her findings and contact Child Protective Services after telling the school's principal or counselors of an incident of child abuse. In the second case, the social worker should investigate the case further and notify child protective authorities of any probable neglect. Collaboration is essential in determining the best course of action for instances and ensuring that vulnerable persons receive the necessary support and care. By examining hypothetical situations, it is possible to discover warning signs of abuse and learn how to report suspected incidents of abuse and neglect. A Q&A. What are some indicators of abuse? How can we create a safe environment for children? What are the best practices for reporters? What are some recent legislative changes related to child abuse? How can we encourage community involvement in preventing child abuse? We have gone over everything from how we see signs of child abuse to the best way to disclose them to legal protections afforded to those who make disclosures, as well as how state laws and legislative changes, community involvement, protective measures, and hypothetical studies. We've also talked about the need of protecting kids from harm and rallying neighbors to do something about it. We can stop child abuse and make sure that helpless people get the care that they need if we all work together and keep up with the latest regulations and best practices.